Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is December 2nd, 2024. And we're wondering, is Bitcoin about to dump? This is a question we're asking given what we're seeing on the charts. We put in a bearish reversal pattern and it looks like Bitcoin traced it out almost exactly as we predicted, and when we predicted it would trace it out. So is the next move down going to be our cascade of liquidations down to the 80K level? That's the question we're asking. Yeah, let's get into it. All right, so let's start off on the 4-hourly time frame. I'm looking at Bitcoin using this time frame because here it's quite clear that our two bearish reversal patterns, right, our head and shoulders patterns have played out almost exactly. Right here you have our left, right, and head, left, right, and head again. Okay, and we said it was more likely than not to happen on Sunday. We were likely to put in a high on Sunday for a couple reasons. One, Sunday was the 1st of December, which was also the astrological new moon, and we tend to get local market tops on new moons. The second reason was that typically you get sideways non-committal price action during the weekends, and then on Sunday at the market open you get a bit of volatility when the US dollar currency index opens. So that's what we got on Sunday. All right, let's zoom in and look at what it looks like. So like I said, in this particular move we do have quite a convincing head and shoulders pattern, which is a bearish reversal pattern. Subsequent to that, we have a retest of this right shoulder. Okay, so basically this is price saying, wait, I don't want to dump. Michael Saylor just bought. I don't want to dump. Everybody's bullish, and it's trying to make a higher high, and it failed. And it failed quite spectacularly. Look at this. So here's the story, and I think price action tells a story. It's our jobs to read it. Sorry, I don't know what's going on here. I hope you can see that. Anyway, price action tells a story, and this is the story. So after that attempt to make a higher high, like I said right here, the rejection was swift. It was really violent. Okay, this tells us two things. One, there is strong resistance right here. And if we zoom out, we understand that that area represents the resistance, the kind of hemispherical resistance of this head and shoulders pattern. Remember, when you're making extremities, tops or bottoms, you tend to get circular shapes, circular sort of patterns. And so the attempt to make the higher high met the resistance of the hemispherical resistance of this purported head and shoulders pattern. So that's another kind of piece of evidence, strong evidence for our having a legitimate bearish reversal pattern. That was a strong rejection. Look, in 2 hourly candles, Bitcoin dumped 2.83%, almost 3%, like that. Okay, whereas in the past it had just chopped up and chopped down, chopped up and chopped down. It doesn't fly 3% in 2 hours. Okay, what do we have now? What are we looking at now? What's the story with what we're seeing? Okay, basically you have what's likely an impulse and a retest of that impulse. So you have 2 hourly candles down and then a retest of that. Okay, this could be a corrective zigzag, more likely than not, because if it was an initial impulse, you would have gotten resumption of this trend after the second hourly candle, because it's already wave one. So seeing as how you already have 3 hourly candles on this retest, and that it's respecting thus far the phi ratio of that 2 hour, 3% move down, it tells me that this is more likely than not a zigzag to the downside, kind of retest, a reclaiming, trying to an attempt to reclaim, or a natural retest. Nothing goes down in a straight line. Natural retest once you hit the resistance, or sorry, the support of our head and shoulders pattern. So look, you're down here at the support of the head and shoulders pattern, which, formed over many days. You're going to get some sort of reaction down here. And if you look at this in terms of a channel, right, let's say you're looking at it in terms of a Wyckoff distributive channel, you peaked your head down below the lower boundary of the channel, okay? And now you pump into the channel, back into the channel. That doesn't mean the channel is invalidated. No, not at all. This is just a midline retest. And we know on this channel, on this YouTube channel, I always talk about how before you leave the bounds of a channel, you must make adequate tests of the support and the resistance and the midline. And so if you break the channel, you retest the midline before coming down. So that's basically on par with what we're seeing here. So based off of what I just said, all that I just said, I think it's highly likely that we get a resumption of this move down. Going back into the higher time frames, I think that move is gonna be a cascade of liquidations, because this is a pretty bullish asset that a lot of people are not willing to give up on, and are completely convinced that it's going to pump now, right? Past 100K. So there's a lot of buy orders. There's a lot of stop losses here. Stop losses that are going to be triggered into sell orders. So that move down, once we break the boundaries, or sorry, once we break the support of this head and shoulders pattern, right, of this distribution channel, so anything below 94K, very likely to start our cascade of liquidations all the way down to the 80, 81, 82K level, maybe down even to 80K, okay? At that point, like I've said before, I would start screaming for some altcoins to move. Yes, indeed, some altcoins are moving, but it's always risky to buy anything and hope that it moves positively when Bitcoin is likely to dump, or is actively dumping, or preparing to do so. So that's what I'm seeing on the chart. Let's see. I'm still in some shorts, all right, like I said. And let's have a quick look before we end the video at the market cap dominance. So we came down to this level, which is a support level, a temporary support level. And I think what happens is the following. We got this impulse to the downside right here, all the way down to this support level. This diagonal is a high time frame support level, and it's unlikely to break in one fell swoop. What I think you're getting is one of these back up here, retesting failed support as resistance, and that's when everything flies. So the things that you see going up 20, 30, 40% in one day, they're probably going to do a few 100% in one day. And it's not going to be looking at your watch list and seeing only one-offs here and there. It's going to be a wholesale pump of the market. You're not going to have some assets in the negative for the day and then some way in the positive. It's going to be like all green everywhere and massive moves once alt season starts in earnest. So I understand the excitement. I understand the willingness to just say it's on right now and buy, but you want to be really careful. If Bitcoin does execute this liquidation event, everything's going to be really, really red. Okay, and that after that settles a bit, that's when you want to start buying. That's my best advice. Guys, if you've gotten value, please like, share, and subscribe. Consider buying me a coffee at the pinned comment below. And I'll see you next time.
All is well.